Hey everyone and welcome back. We're still in Malta and we've got some new adventures coming your way in this vlog. We'll be exploring more of the islands, discovering hidden corners, and well, there was one moment that totally shocked us. It was pretty explosive. Thanks so much for joining us on this one, and don't forget to like and drop a comment. We do love hearing from you. Alright, let's go. Good morning guys. There's a lot going on outside our accommodation this morning, so I don't know if I've shown you around, but we've got this accommodation that is basically right on the footpath. It's a really nice room. I'll just quickly show you around. It's really nice, and when we booked it they did tell us that it can be quite noisy, so we had the opportunity to go to a different level of accommodation upstairs, but we wanted to try and save some money with the accommodation. Anyway, it is quite noisy, but there's all sorts of things going on outside. Today, this is the road and the footpath is right here. People can't see in, but they've got the footpath blocked off with chairs. There's stuff going on here 24/7 literally, and we don't know what's happening out here this morning, so when we go out we'll try and figure it out. But I think there's a lady there with a parking, like she's an inspector of traffic or whatever, and she seems to be having a go at the guys, so we're not sure what's happening. They're always shouting at each other, so we're going to go out and go, what is happening? We're trying to get some rest. Maybe. All right, we're going out on a day out today. We're going on a bus, just a public bus. We're going to try and explore the island a little bit in a cheap fashion, so we'll see how it goes. Trying to save some big dollars here. It's expensive. We were going to do a hop-on, hop-off bus, but we only want to go to one place, one area, and we thought it's a bit of a waste of money because they're quite expensive. So we're going to try it the way that the locals do it. Come with us as we explore the public bus system in Malta. We've escaped through the throngs of people coming across the little bridge. It's a hive of activity outside this morning. There's walking tours going on. Don't know what's happening here. I think it's Christmas decoration day.
Yeah, it is.
They're putting up the Christmas tree in the main square, which we'll show you when we get back. So there's people, there's trucks everywhere, and people on cherry pickers and vans full of equipment. So they're obviously setting up all the decos for Christmas. Yeah, there's still a lot of people over here. There's a lot of birds. We haven't been over this far, so we're going to go and have a look. See what they can offer us. Oh, it's a bit confusing. That's a bit confusing. Happening here. We seem to be on our way to a bus stop. She said right down at the end. Routes to Mdina, base C1 and C3. Routes to Mdina, C1 and C3. Right way around the other side. She was right when she said right down the very end. I see's across the road. Or is that coming back? Yeah, this is B here. We need to be across the road. So we made it unscathed onto the bus. That was pretty flawless, really. I think it's about a 40-minute trip. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll show you some of the scenery along the way. We made it off the bus. We made it off the bus. Now we've got to figure out where we're going. So we might just follow the crowds, I think. That was pretty seamless, wasn't it? Pretty seamless. I'll get a map out and we'll have a look and see where we actually are. Right, we've got a few things that we want to see here. So we're just trying to work out in order which is the best way to see them. As per usual, there's traffic everywhere on the pavements and everything else. So many little cafes here. You want to stop like every 20 or 30 metres and have some food. We're just going to go and have a look at this big building up here on the left. San Paul. Look at this place. So just for context, we're in Rabat at the moment and it took us about 25 minutes to get here on a bus outside of Valletta. So it's not that far. But again, look, it's like a city within itself. It's just got so much historical presence, I guess. And so beautiful and clean. Okay, we're in the St. Paul's Catacombs. Again, I'll fill you in on all of this with a narrative when we've been through it. These were all built underneath the church. Wow. Go down to the shelters, which were all dug out by hand, my goodness, during World War II. And they started to dig them out after the war had already started. After you, sir. Into the hole we go. This is showing a selection of the tools that were used to dig this all out by hand. Wow, can't even see down that one. Be like suffocating down here. Be like suffocation, wouldn't it?
Beneath the quiet streets of Rabat lies a hidden world carved deep into limestone. The St. Paul's Catacombs date back to Roman times and were originally used as burial chambers, offering a glimpse into how early communities honoured their dead. As we move deeper underground, the air cools, the light fades, and the noise of modern life disappears. But these tunnels weren't only shaped by the ancient past. During the World Wars, parts of the catacombs were used as air raid shelters, protecting the locals from bombing raids.
My God, this just goes on for ages. How the hell they did all this with hand tools and lanterns, etc.
Whoa, look at the corners thing. Oh, this comes back outside.
Righto, we can't go out here, but it leads to some sort of courtyard.
Send help. Send help, I need to get out.
Okay, we're lost.
Okay, let's just have a look out here though.
not sure why some of these have got kind of tiled floors. How long I actually had to stay down here for.
It's believed that St. Paul stayed in Rabat after being shipwrecked in Malta, and walking through these passages makes the island's layered history feel incredibly close, a place shaped by faith, survival and time itself.
So everything that we've just been in was underneath this church, so a sanctuary for those people that were looking to take shelter.
So we've just walked over from Rabat, and honestly it's such a short walk, less than 15 minutes. 1 minute you're in normal streets and then suddenly massive stone walls. That's Mdina. It kind of just appears out of nowhere. There's no traffic inside the walls, just narrow streets and warm limestone everywhere. It feels unreal, like you've walked into a movie set. Now we totally get why they call this place the Silent City. Behind these walls is a city that feels completely separate from the rest of Malta. Mdina was once the island's capital, and the moment you step inside, everything slows down. We spent a while just wandering and finding the quiet spots, totally in awe of the buildings and all of the stories that go with them.
Absolutely obsessed with the doors. Trying to find some sneaky little spots where there's no tourists. Found one temporarily until someone walks around the corner, but it's just beautiful here. And the doors, sorry, you can see why people would become obsessed with doors. I think we've just become obsessed. So the rains are in, we're just getting a bit wet now, but this is just a look out over Malta. So we're standing at the top of Mdina, the big wall of the city, and you can see all the buildings have just got that white reflective look, similar to Greece or Crete, I guess. Don't be fooled by the empty streets, because really it looks like this. Da da da! The rains are here. Morning. We're off on an adventure today. What a surprise. We're heading to the boat harbour ferry to catch a ferry across the water. We're going, well, that's what ferries do. We're going across the water to a place called Sliema, and then we're going to catch another boat to go somewhere else. So we're excited to take you along for the trip today. Hopefully we'll get some coffee once we get across to the other side. So hang in, it's going to be a good day. So the boat ferry is only about 350 metres away from where we're staying. So we get a lovely walk through the back streets of Valletta today it seems like it's pretty busy, but it's nowhere near as busy as it would be in an hour or so's time. So we haven't actually been down this way before. Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Check it out. Hey? Yeah, well, yeah. We're heading down the street this way, but look at this place. This is very cool. Got any ideas where we're going? Okay. I don't know if I've mentioned in any previous little narratives about the fact that this place is Valletta, the city, is actually surrounded by a wall, and here it is. So the city's on top of the wall. The wall comes right down to the water's edge. We are just about to get the ferry just across the way there. Not for a little while yet, but yeah, we're a bit early. But this is the wharf where the ferry goes across to the other side of the water, over there where the high-rise buildings are. That is Sliema. Looks like it takes about 5 minutes to get across to the other side. Got no idea who you pay to get on. We have no idea.
It's a little bit of a mystery considering this boat starts running at 6:30 a.m. I think. And yet the kiosk that sells the tickets doesn't open. It's gone 8 o'clock now and it's still not open.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have those, whatever those cards, those Talinya cards, which are the ones that you buy for the multiple days of travel, and they just use those. So we're probably the rare breed that pays for our tickets as we go. It just didn't, because we were only here for a few days, it just didn't justify it to get a Talinya card. But anyway, the boats are across there already. We'll just have a seat over here. How nice though.
Top down, hear the sound of the breeze carrying us away. Dust in the rear view, free as a bird. Just
all of a sudden got really cold up here. I imagine it's going to be quite blowy today. We're off, I think, pretty soon. I thought we're just rocking.
Just living up in there. 4 minutes to go.
sunset fire burning in our eyes. Let's leave the past in the past and deal with it another day. All we got.
It's much more modern and sleek over this side. Yeah, so you've got the ancient and the modern on opposite sides of the water. Over there, that's the fort that we were at yesterday.
Can't you feel this is real, you and me, nothing in our way. Baby, we weren't born to run, take them back road, let's make it.
just landed in Gozo, so we're about to hop on a bus tour. It's going to take us around the island to a few spots. Holy flippin' moly. What a flippin' shit show. What a shit show.
It's alright, we're still alive.
Jesus, so what's happened is we've just got off the boat. We thought we'll try and get off quick because we thought we were going to be pushed onto a coach with, 60 other people. And let's just keep walking. And anyway, we get off the boat and we get all shunted into a line and they're counting us like cattle. And then we're all herded onto different flippin' minivans and we're all just being spread out across the city. So we've been on the minivan, we're literally like sardines packed in, and we've been herded up the road about 10 minutes and he said, okay, everybody out. And we got half an hour to wander around this place, wherever it is. And then, be back here, don't leave your luggage, be back soon, we'll be back to pick you up, blah, blah, blah.
Hopefully.
And it's Jesus, we don't even know what's going on. Anyway, there's a church, so we might go in and pray. Here we go. It's beautiful, beautiful church. Absolutely stunning churches around this place. I don't even know what the place is called that we're at. He didn't even tell us. He's just left us here.
He'll be back, don't worry.
Okay guys, here's an idea for your empty wine bottles. That's amazing. I'd love to see that at night. Oh, there's the church behind us. We're just going to go for a walk through the streets because we have no idea. He did say you can stop and get a coffee, but I haven't seen a coffee shop yet. Look at that. I'd like to go there. Another thing, check out these prickly pears down here. Now, I don't know if you know anything about cactuses, but in Australia, you're not allowed to plant them in the ground. It's actually illegal, because they're like vermin. But here they have flowers on them and they make a drink out of the flowers. Can just drag and Paul off the road because he's about to get run over. So there's prickly pears everywhere here. And so we've come around the corner and we decided we're going to go back towards the church, but this is a different church. It's not the same one we were at, and we've only walked about 20 meters. Go back up this way. Go back up to this church. Whatever church this is, let's go. Let's go have a look. That's the Jerusalem Football Club, or Jerusalem. Yeah, maybe.
I do remember something ending with that.
So we've just stopped for a 5-minute photo stop. So this, looking straight ahead, we are on Gozo, the island of Gozo, and straight ahead where there's that small island and a bigger island next to it, that is Comino, and in the far distance you can see Malta. So we've just been dropped off in the city of Victoria, which I think is the capital of Gozo. We've got about an hour and a half to walk around. So there's a few things to see. We've tracked up to the main square, I think. We're looking for, what is it, a citadella? Museums and other things. Everything's uphill here, so found this. I'm not sure what this is. There's a massive Middle Eastern influence here. The language is clearly some kind of Middle Eastern, due to the fact that this place was taken over by the Arabs at some point in history. So it's a real mixture of different cultures and languages. So we're going to go for a walk down some of the side streets with all the rest of the pilgrims, and have a bit of a look around markets and things like that. It's a really nice little place. It's packed with traffic and people, but that's pretty normal. As you can see, the buildings very close together, like the other places we've been to, but very much an influence on churches, with churches and things like that. It's definitely a cafe vibe around here. Oh, that's beautiful. Basilica. Wow, let's get a couple of photos of that.
So this is Victoria, the main town in Gozo, and pretty much everything on the island leads back here. It's been the heart of Gozo for centuries, with people living around this area since Roman times. Up on the hill is the Cittadella, which was built to protect locals from attacks, and you can really see why this spot was so important.
Absolutely obsessed with the doors and these mosaics. Everybody loves their doorways. Even the ones that aren't particularly fabulous look fabulous. So we're at the top of almost at the top of the Cittadella in Gozo. Looks out over most of the island. Everywhere you walk through the streets, there's renovations and refurbishments going on in the old buildings. A lot of them look like they're not lived in, but I'm pretty sure they are. They just look old from the outside, but I bet they're great on the inside. This place looks like it's been refurbished also, but you can see that the old parts of it that are still left. New parts added onto the top. You can tell with the brickwork. They tried to keep it as original as possible, but some of it obviously looks quite modern. Following the boss. You can see why this site was chosen as a Cittadella. So it's a fort, obviously, to guard against attack. Crazy. So that's the,
A lot of open land out
it's the
there.
city, yeah, and then over here, it's loads of farmland. Yeah, that's how their livelihoods over there. But you can see the buildings, everything's the same colour, isn't it? I love it.
Got solar panels in.
Yeah, smart. Yeah. You can just notice through though, can you see in the distance there's lots of those dome-shaped temples and fancy temples. There's one there, there's one over there, there's one here. They're pretty big on their churches and religious monuments here, that's for sure. Absolutely stunning.
The last stop on today's tour is Comino, the smallest island in Malta. This is where the famous Blue Lagoon is, and you can see the tour boats constantly coming and going. We're honestly just grateful that we're here outside of peak season. The water is still that unreal blue, but without the crowds. It feels calmer, even if parts of it don't quite feel as untouched as we expected.
It's exactly how I pictured a European summer resort would look like. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, except you won't be able to move the boats here in the summer. They'll be everywhere.
I reckon they'd be limited because this is the place where people come to swim, but yeah, there is literally, it's almost as bad as the Spanish Steps. Let's go for a walk. We're heading back to sit on the top of the boat. Paul's armed with a couple of beers. One's actually for me. He's got to tackle the steps. What's that? I've got to catch you. That's not going to happen. we're back at the boat. It was, we were going to sit up on top, but as we got up there, it looks like it's going to rain, so we've snuck a spot down underneath. The trip back, we've already seen it, so we're just going to stay warm because it's actually quite cool out there now. Thoughts on the place?
This part of the whole
Trip
thing.
today?
It's good to see something a bit different. This island sort of doesn't really have anything other than
This.
yeah, just this patch of, I mean, the stunning sort of turquoise water, but other than that, it's pretty much all little food stalls and
Yeah.
stuff.
Bars.
Yeah, they've got everything there, haven't they, really? I mean,
Yeah. Food trucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we were just talking about looking at the blue water. I mean, it's fantastic. It looks really nice, and some people would absolutely froth over it, but Australia has all of this. We were just comparing what we were seeing from the top with some of the Eyre Peninsula in South Australia. So we kind of froth over that a bit rather than this, but I guess we just take it for granted, but we're really lucky in Australia. Last day in Malta today. We are catching a plane out this afternoon, late this afternoon. So we've checked out of our accommodation, we've put our luggage into some storage, and we're just doing a bit of the local stuff on foot today. We've just had some coffee and we're looking for a dome-shaped cathedral church type structure. We haven't got any of our maps because we've packed them all up, so we're just kind of winging it. What we can remember is left on the sightseeing list to see. Cannot believe the number of pizza and pasta places. I think that must be the solid diet of what they eat here. It's like, oh, there's also, yeah, some kebabs, but it was last night we went out for a meal and all I wanted was some vegetables. So basically got my, you know, the standard pasta with a side plate of baked vegetables, and I was just craving it so much. Paul even said that, and he's not a massive variation in veggie person, but he was craving some vegetables. So when we get home, I think we'll be just having vegetable meals. So yeah, anyway, I think we may have found a dome place, maybe. Up there. There it is, round the corner. So at night, this building is actually lit up really well, and you can see it from out on the harbour, which is down the bottom of the street here.
This is the Basilica of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and you can't miss that huge dome when you're wandering around Valletta. Built in the 16th century by the Carmelite order, it's been at the heart of the city's religious life ever since. Stepping outside is a whole different vibe, with the light filtering through, the intricate details and sense of calm compared to the busy streets outside. It's one of those places where the history and the beauty just hit you as you look around.
Not sure what's going on over there. We've just come up here for a view of the city and massive fire. stay tuned on that. We'll see if we can find out what it is. Well, whatever that was over there, we've just heard a whole bunch of like popping, like small explosions. That's crazy. That's actually nuts. Yeah, it seems that happens and then more plumes of black smoke seem to come up. So guys, this is the Hastings Garden. Whoa, can you hear that popping in the background? That's that fire. There's flipping explosions going off everywhere. Oh my God, that is so bad. I can't stop looking at it. It's really bad. I think if you're not up at a high vantage point, you have no idea that that's going on. It's not too far away either. Don't know what all that smoke is. I hope it's not like poisonous fumes or anything, because it's going, like there's lots of explosions. Thank goodness there's a wind to take it away, but it looks really thick. So this is Hastings Garden.
Jeez, that's
bad.
Explosions.
Bad, hey. Sorry, there's a lot going on around here at the moment. Trying to get some viewpoints of the city for you. Look at those luxury yachts down there. Below deck, eat your heart out. In the meantime,
there's a lot of boats here.
Yeah, there's lots of different marinas. Yeah. So I'm trying to get my bearings. Where are we here? Not really sure. There's all these tennis courts and stuff and soccer pitch up here. Oh my Lord. Can you hear that, guys? Can you hear that noise? Alright, anyway, you get the idea. This is from one of the high points in Valletta, and you can see right down here, this is the wall of Valletta, the city wall. Look how thick it is. And you can see over there when you look at the walls how thick they actually are to withstand attacks back in the day. The old happy hour 2-for-1 cocktails for some of the places all day. So for
24 hours.
€9, that's about $18, you can get 2 cocktails. That's one thing that is not expensive here. Alcohol is really reasonably priced. They're massive on Aperol Spritz. We'll go and have a look over Malta. That place that was burning is still burning. What is happening? Need to find some news. We're a bit out of touch with the world news at the moment, so I don't know that this will make it onto world news, but the fire in Malta today, still burning.
We're about 2 months behind on world news.
Yeah, I know. We need to get with the program. Oh, this looks like a nice street to walk down. Maybe we'll go down here before we go. So we're really biding a bit of time now to go to the airport. So we've got to leave probably in about less than an hour. So we're kind of just filling time, just walking around places that we haven't been yet. The weather's turned out quite nice. It was raining as you saw this morning, so it's turned out quite nice.
So we showed you a bit of the fire that happened earlier on today. So we just found out that that was actually a fire in a scrapyard. They said the second major fire in that scrapyard in the last 4 years. So it's been going for quite some hours, but I think they've got it under control now in a scrapyard over the back of the port area. Not good.
Okay, it's time to say goodbye to Valletta. We've grabbed our luggage, hopped in a taxi, and we're heading to the airport for our late flight. It's always a bit surreal leaving a place you've loved exploring, but we're really excited to see what's next. Okay, so our flight got delayed, which wasn't ideal since it was already a night flight. It made getting to our next overnight stopover a little trickier than expected. But hey, where are we heading next? Well, you'll have to watch to find out. Thank you so much for following along with our adventures. We've loved sharing all of this with you. It would mean so much to us if you could like, share, comment, hype or subscribe, as all of these things are free and really do support us to continue sharing our travels. Stick with us, there's plenty more to come. Cheers!